Hey guys, Thrasher here, and the Valentine's Day events and banner are here. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so let's go into news and we'll just talk about these one at a time, starting from the bottom. So there are a couple updates outside of the actual Valentine's Day stuff. We got the new part 3 of the story. Let's open this up. They added main story part 3, book 3. A couple things to note here. The chapter 6 and chapter 8 are on par with the best experience in the game, and they do provide 4-star Super Souls and 5-star Rising Souls. So if you want to level up a character by doing story, or you need to get Super Souls or Rising Souls, those are your best options. So Part 3, Book 3, Chapters 6 and 8 are your best options. I believe, let me check here, Chapter 6 is blue, and then Chapter 8 is green and a little bit of purple. So if you need blue Super Souls and Rising Souls, go Chapter 6. If you need green, go Chapter 8. So that's your best option there. Now let's back out of here and talk about the next thing here. It is this right here, Quick Bug Fix. Basically what these top two are saying is the description of the effects that Deborah and Majin Buu had for their special abilities, or their specific abilities here, were not described properly. They changed the way they're described. You can feel free to read that, but it didn't change anything with the way the abilities worked. And then down here, there were some small changes. The Z abilities 3 and 4 of Super Saiyan Kaba are applied to Element Green or Tag Universe 6 characters, but were not applied to Tag Universe 6 characters. They fixed that. And then there were circumstances where additionally effective Ma unique ability, her tactical retreat, it wasn't functioning when Trunks was battle member, so they fixed that too. And then the last thing is not a huge deal. Let's back out of here. And then let's talk about, we don't really need to talk about the scout battle. It's back. If you need to do it, do it. Make sure you have an Android 18 that's at level at least 1500, hopefully 2000, to get all that done if you haven't done it before and get your 200 Chrono Crystals. We have a new event, which is Cell. Let's go in here and talk about, we don't need to talk about this Cell because most people have him at least 5-starred. Most people are a lot closer to 7 stars even, so let's skip that. And then let's talk about these though. So most of these are regeneration based equipment items, so you'll be able to put them on the regeneration characters except for one. So let's talk about this one first. Special move damage 12.5%, reasonably good roll. Base strike defense 15%, okay roll, and then 7% to blast damage inflicted for each tag regeneration battle member. I want to point something out here. This is not blast attack, this is blast damage. So if you get a 7% roll on this and you have 3 regeneration characters in your combat team, which you probably will because you're probably running a full regeneration team with this, you're going to need a 21% increase to damage. Not 21% from what you had before, but 21% to whatever the base damage is. So it won't be quite 21%, but it's better than 21% to blast attack, I can tell you that. So this is a good equipment item. If you want to farm it, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Let's go down to the next one. This is another one of those extreme and a single color only, so you can see they're starting to round that out. We have extreme green, I believe extreme blue was the other one. I'm not sure, maybe extreme yellow, I don't remember. And then this is the third one now, extreme red. And as you can see here, 25% to strike defense and blast defense, 25% to strike attack and blast attack, and 12% to base health. Pretty much carbon copy of the other ones, but it turns your extreme red unit into essentially a sparking red unit because those are massive buffs. So you need to be farming this. Make sure you have at least probably 2 of them, maybe 3, I would assume at least 2. And anytime we have an event in the future where you have to use only an extreme team and they all have to be one color, if you have a few of these, you're going to breeze through that event. Plus, you want to use these in case there are very powerful extreme units you want to run in PvP. Now let's go down to the next one. This is a silver equipment item, so it's not quite as good as the other ones we just looked at. 13% to strike defense, 12.5% to blast defense, and then 13% to blast attack. So it's only really got one reasonably okay roll there. I would say the 13% to blast attack is okay. It's not great. It can definitely go up much higher. There are equipment items that go to 20, 25%. Overall, I'd say this one's probably not worth farming. If you want to grab one just to have it, good idea, I guess, but I would not farm that. And then there's not too much more we need down here. Let's go ahead and back out of here and talk about the next thing, which is this chocolate burglar event right here. So the way this works is this is essentially Legends Road, but it's for female warriors. So you bring female warrior characters, they do bonus damage to the chocolate burglar characters, and they take less damage. So it's straight up a Legends Road with female warrior characters. Let's scroll down here and talk about these. So you can collect these as you're going through. They're medals just like in Legends Road, and you're going to go in the shop and you're going to buy stuff in the shop. Here's the thing. We have the Trunks Legends Road going on right now, and we also have this, we'll call it Legends Road, the Chocolate Burglar. If you are trying to collect items, there are skip tickets and Rising Souls and Super Souls here. If you're just trying to collect skip tickets and you're trying to figure out which one is better energy-wise as far as where you should be spending your resources, do Trunks first. It is cheaper to get the skip tickets, the training items, all that on Trunks' side, and then if you need Rising Souls and Super Souls, you can come back in here and grab them here. And then obviously once you've exhausted all of the skip tickets from the Trunks Legends Road, you can grab the skip tickets from here because they are here, but they're a little more expensive. There's not too much more to be said here, so let's talk about the actual equipment items that are in the event. These go hand in hand with the new banner, and they're very powerful on very specific teams, or they're not so great if you're running not a specific team. So if you're not running a female warriors team, these are not that great because most of them are based around the fact that you should have 3 female warriors in your combat group. If you don't, they're not going to be very powerful. So let's talk about this one first. 12.5% to blast defense, 15% to strike defense, and then 7% to blast attack, not blast damage, but blast attack for each female warrior in battle. So that can be up to 21% if you're running a female warrior team, which makes this a very quality item. If you're not running a female warrior team, you're going to have it on a female warrior, so that's at least 7%. Maybe you have a second one, that's 14%. So overall, not great if you're not running 3 female warriors. If you are, it's a good item. So let's go down to the next one. Romantic Drive. 15% to blast attack, 13% to strike attack, and then you get one of either strike defense or blast defense. Overall, I would say this is not an amazing item. The rolls on the blast attack and strike attack are middle of the road. They can go, like I said before, up to 20-25%, and these are only 15 and 13. And then strike defense and blast defense, it would be much better if rather than getting one or the other, they just gave us health. If you got like 12% health, that would be better than either one of those options. And then let's go down to the next one. Quit playing around. Base blast attack, 20%. That is a good roll. Strike defense, 15%. Pretty good. And then special move damage, 12.5%, and ultimate damage, 12.5%. So any green female warrior. So you've got a few options there. I don't think every single green female warrior has an ultimate attack. I'd have to think about that for a minute. But either way, this is fairly powerful for any type of green female warrior you're going to use that's going to be using their special move. So to recap, this is a good equipment item. It's worth farming 3 of these that you can put on combat units. This is an okay item that I think you should farm 1 or 2 just as a just in case you need it for some specific character in the future. And then this one up here, I would farm 3 of them again in case you want to run the female warrior team, which you're going to need to for this event anyway. So you don't necessarily need 3 sparking units. You can pretty much get through this with 1 or 2 sparkings and then some extreme units. But obviously your best option is run 3 very powerful sparking units. So let's back out of here and then let's talk about the summon banner itself. We don't need to really talk about the sales. There's nothing crazy going on here. Let's open it up, I guess. Look, you can buy 1,000 chrono crystals. You get minor discounts, just like always. Who cares? Let's back out. Now, let's go talk about this actual summon banner, because there is a lot of discussion. I guess you could say some people are angry. These characters are very powerful, and people aren't happy about the fact that they're very powerful. They think the power scaling doesn't make any sense. These characters are on par. Well, one of them is on par with Broly, and the other 2 are pretty close. So that Videl right there will tear a Broly apart in seconds. Let's go ahead and open this up real quick. One thing you'll notice, there is a regular banner, and then there is the 999 Z power. If you do the regular banner, there is a daily discount summon. I've already done it. We'll factor that in just a minute. So let's go over here, go to featured characters, and this is who you can pull. You've got Bulma Youth, you've got Chi-Chi, Videl. Those are the 3 new characters. Then you have the old yellow Android 18 and then the blue Sparking Pan. So before I talk about these 5 units, let's move over here and show we do have the new Extreme Mai. She's a quality support unit. She does have some great abilities in her toolkit. Every time you switch her into standby, she gives a large damage buff to all the other units on the team. She's got a few other things that are very powerful support abilities. So she is worth pulling. If you get her, that's cool. Now let's go back to the actual 5 Sparking units. First off, absolute garbage. You don't want to pull her. She's terrible. The only reason that I would say it's even worth pulling her is if you don't have her 7 stars already, which most of us do. Even if you're free to play, you're probably pretty close to having her 5 stars. She's going to get a balance change soon. She is one of the worst characters in the game by a mile. No one uses her. I'm sure she's going to get better, but for the moment, she's garbage. Let's talk about Android 18. Okay unit, definitely not amazing. Mid-tier at very best. Not a unit you would want to spend crystals on to try and pull. Videl, extremely powerful. This is why people are getting mad. This Videl absolutely destroys other characters, and people are mad because she's not supposed to be manga-wise and anime-wise, not super powerful, but she's just good, and that's all there is to it. So she's an amazing unit if you're running a female warrior team. So let's factor that in just a minute. Let's go to the next one. Also, another amazing warrior if you're running a female warrior team. She is high tier. I don't know if I'd put her top tier, but she's very close to it. And then this Bulma is absolutely amazing for a support unit. Her green card is insane. Let's open this up real quick and talk about her green card, in fact. Go to arts. Come on. There we go. Ignores ally substitution count and immediately switches characters. 15% to allies inflicted damage for 20 timer counts, and +1 Dragon Ball upon activation. So every time she uses a green card, she's going to increase the damage of all your other characters by 15%. She's going to give you an extra Dragon Ball, which allows you to get your Rising Rushes off even faster, which we know that's pretty much the name of the game right now, is get off as many Rising Rushes as you can. For better or for worse, that's just how it works. And then she ignores ally substitution count. So that is amazing. All around just amazing. So let's back out here. You have 3 characters that are worth pulling only if you're running a female warrior team. So I don't think any 3 of these characters are ultra powerful if you're running them in some type of a hybrid team where it's not just female warriors. But if they're female warriors, they're top tier for sure. If you don't have other good female warriors, or you don't plan on running female warrior teams, they're probably not worth pulling. So here's how this breaks down. If you have a female warrior team already and you want to build it out even further, this is a 3-star Dragon Ball banner where you should be spending somewhere around 3,000 crystals on it, and you should be spending it on this 999 Z power version, because that can get you multiple extra stars for less of a cost if you get lucky. If you don't have female warriors, or you don't plan on running a female warrior team, this is a 2-star Dragon Ball banner where you should only be doing discounts. There's no discount on this, so there's only the daily discount. So only do dailies on this if you don't plan on running a female warrior team, or you don't already have a female warrior team and want to try to build it out a little bit further. So that's where this sits. If you guys think I missed anything, throw it down below. If there's any specific character that you want to pull out of this that you think I'm not giving enough credit, whether it's the Extreme Mai, whether it's one of these 3 characters, throw it down below and let's talk about it. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.